Hello, Hoa.
Hello, can you see me?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi, hello. Hi,
how are
Hoa.
you?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me here. This is such a cool place to be. I never been on a meet before, so it's a very new experience. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We have great pleasure to meet you today.
Thank you.
So, before starting the session, let's have a brief introduction of Hoa. Okay. Hoa, pronounced as Hua, means flower in Vietnamese, reflecting her mission to be a colorful presence in the world. At 31 years old, she moved from Vietnam to Australia 3 years ago. She works as a life coach and energy healer, serves as a mentor in the VK and new mentoring program by Equest Asia, and is an ultra trail marathon runner who has completed a 100-kilometer run. Additionally, she practices Vipassana meditation. Hua's passion lies in helping driven individuals reconnect with their inner wisdom, uncover their soul's purpose, and transform their shadows into strengths. She encourages people to live unapologetically and with courage, believing that we are all expressions of love and the creators of our own lives. She holds that everything happens for a reason, guiding us to create our unique stories and fulfill the purposes we chose before arriving in this world. Great profile, Hoa. You are so inspiring. So the stage is yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. So I start to share my screen now. Let me know if you can see it. Um, do you see the screen now? Sorry. Hello everyone. I just want to see if you can see the screen I'm sharing. Put in the chat box if you can see it. Oh, not yet. Let me see. Hello. Sorry, this is the first time I am here. I'm a little bit nervous right now. I am looking in a way to share. How can I share? Oh, I can see it now. Please let me know if you can see my screen now. Hi. Okay. Yes, Ken. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. Sorry, this is the first time I am using a Meet, so I'm trying to just swing around a bit. Oh, first of all, thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on where you are right now. Please put it in the chat box. Where are you? Where on earth are you? I'm so excited to see you all. I am from Vietnam and currently living in Australia. Um, where are you? Anyone else in Australia? Where are you coming from? Where are you now? Please put in the chat box. Hi Ella. Hi Sujana. Hi Leslie. Good to see you. Hi Sima. Beautiful. Where are you coming from? Anyone also from Australia or from Vietnam here? Canadian, live in Dubai. Wow. Beautiful. And how about others? I'm so excited having the time being on just a global virtual summit. We can just go online and connect to people from everywhere around the world. This is so cool. Singapore. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, hi, Ella. Where are you from, Ella? Paris. Beautiful. All beautiful countries. I would love to go to those countries. I've never been there. And oh my god, so excited. And today I would like to share with you guys one thing that I am very, very passionate about. I live it, I breathe it, and it's about how to shift your timeline. How to shift your timeline. It is anyone have been like you're experiencing that your life's changing quite rapidly lately? Put in the chat box, yes. Or if you want to shift your reality to something different from what you are experiencing now, please put in a chat box yes or yeah, so I can see you. Okay, this is something could be new as well to someone, but yeah, you can put in chat box so I know where we are at and so I can adjust the language. Shipping timeline can be just changing your reality, changing where you are now to where you want to be as well. So it doesn't feel like something too big and in a short time as well. So, okay, anyone interested or anyone know about this or experiencing it? Please put in a chat box so we can engage together, so we can share this and learn it from each other. I'd love to learn more, Sima. Thank you. It can sound like not very tangible, but it can be very easy to understand as well. Let me put it into this way. So let's look at our life as a movie. If your life were a movie, what movie would it be? Anyone want to watch movie? I love watching movie. And if you can name your movie in one of the ones you have watched before, what movie would it be? Me too. Yeah, Audrey, I see you. I love learning from watching movies. I don't know. I'm not much of a reader and I can't read very fast as well. So I love watching and listening. And movies always just really close to my heart and I find it so easy to resonate with. So, what movie would your life be? Please put in the chat box. And what type of movie can it be as well? Is that a rom com, a tragedy, or a romantic movie or superhero movie? Or what type of movie can it be? It can be also a mix of everything. Can also be a mix of everything because we have such a long life, right? And we can go through a lot of ups and downs. So, what type of movie your life is, or what movie can it be? I think someone's not really watching movie much. I don't know. I love watching movies. So to me, the movie that I love watching recently and that really resonate with me, it is The Truman Show. Have anyone watched Truman Show yet? By Jim Carrey? He's my favorite movie. He's my favorite actor. And all the movies from him is so good. If you haven't watched it, I really recommend to watch it. But basically, it's talking about, yeah, you love that too. Okay, Audrey, you watched that? That's good. Yeah, I love it. I cried a lot. The moment he break out of the fear to experience freedom, I loved it so much. So yeah, I love movie too. I see you, Jersey. And so what I do to go through is this movie. talked to me so much about how we are trapped in our identity, our the place that we are or we come from, or you know, the matrix. And we feel like sometimes we feel like life is happening the same over and over again, running every day like default, feeling like we reading it off a script and we don't have any power to change it. Feel like we just have to do it every day. It can be money, jobs, and how to run around and line the ducks up, ticking all the box. And, you know, we can live life like that, but we also can change it into something better. So if it is okay, I would like to invite you to close your eyes and go through your life as a movie. Imagine if your life is a movie and you are the director of that movie. You are having the character, which is you now as a main character. How would it be? Who is up for this? I love the hearts. I love the engagement. I love it. Please put in a chat box if you want to do this little exercise with me. Close your eyes and then imagine that. Put yes in the chat box so I know you're up for it and we can do this together. Yes, yes, Seema. Yes, Harper. Yes, Leonard. Yes, Evelyn. Thank you so much. You have it. Yes, yes. Audrey, William. Thank you. Let's do it now. I would like to invite you to close your eyes and leaning back a little bit. Just like you're sitting in the movie, the cinema, and holding maybe some popcorn in your hand and looking in front of you is a big screen. A big screen is running in front of you and the movie is then running through as you as the character, going through the time where you were born, and what did you go through, what country was that, what background was that, what's the culture you were born in, and how did you grow up. Slowly go through the school years you grew up, and then what you went through, the first boy or first girl you met, the first one you fell in love with, and then what the main changes in your life. Can be an adventure, you decide to move to a new country, jump out of that to get the new job that you love, or it can also be going through a lot of tough time, a lot of challenges. Look at your character and see her or him through. Are you so proud of your character? And if there's something that you can help your character to do even better, to live even more fully as who he is or she is, what can you do? What do you want your character to do? It can be a bit more gentle to yourself. It can be taking another adventure, moving somewhere else, trying something new, getting out of your comfort zone to speak, to share your truth. Could also be like saying that you love someone that you never said it. It can be anything. So decide it as the movie director. What can you do? What do you want your character to do to live more fully? Now, slowly breathe in and out and come back to the space we are in right now. And put in the chat box, what do you want your character to do differently, to do better than where he or she is now? Okay, I'm very excited to hear that. Different? How different? We say that you love someone or get out of that comfort zone to speak up, go on stage, come out, become a coach or something like that. What is that? What different in relationship? Just one thing. Just one thing. Please share with me so we can work through this together. Different in loud. Hmm. Yes. What else you want your character to do to live more fully? It can be a tricky question, I know. And if you don't want to share it yet, it might feel like, oh, it's a bit scary to share it out. I get it. I see you. I was a lot of time didn't dare to speak up my dream because I'm so scared that I can't do it. So I see you. If that be okay if I share with you a bit of my movie and how I directed my character out of the comfort zone, would you be up for it? If you are, say yes or drop the heart in the chat box so I know. So we can go on this journey together. Yes, thank you, Seema. How about everyone else? Are you here? Yes, Amara. Thank you so much. I'm the first one to speak as well, so like I don't know if everyone's waking up yet. It is afternoon here, but it can be morning or midnight somewhere else, so it's totally understandable. If you still like you need some more coffee, put in the chat box so we can go on this journey together. Okay, my story, how I run my character is I grew up in a small village in the north of Vietnam, small country, a farmer family, and I was a Catholic as well. So I believed I was born to suffer. I was born growing up seeing everyone doing the same thing and then suffer from a lot of things. Like they adults, they're so sad. They not happy, they don't seem to be happy. And I believe that I don't know, life is just why is so boring and sometimes like people suffer so much. And it's so hard to see anyone like adults can be happy and everyone just like you get a job, you graduate, go to uni, get a job, get a good income, get married, and that's it. And then I was like, is that just life is? And I decided to like, no, I'm not gonna live that life. So I made a big change and I moved to Australia. I had my boyfriend here, so so thankful for meeting him. So I made a big move to move to Australia 3 years ago. And when I first came, I was like very hopeful. I thought life would be so different, would be something very new, exploring the world. And yes, it was such a beautiful country. It is. And I'm so privileged to live here. But I get trapped in that again, the same thing that I feel like it's not that different. Um, and I got the job right away, got PR right away. I got even pay rise without me asking for it. And from the outside, everything looks perfect. And I look like I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for it. But within myself, there's something feel wrong. Something felt like I don't know why, but I'm not happy, and I feel bad about me not being happy. They're supposed to be happy, but I have all the conditions outside of me. But I can't deny that fact. I hated myself and I'm trying to push myself to be grateful. And the more I do that, the less happy I can become. And the shadow, the parts of me that I never really deal with come up, past trauma and all that. I felt like it's such a dark world inside of me. And the bubble girl from before it become like very negative and I was become miserable. I was, you know, I was very. negative and complaining. I wanted to quit the job. I don't know what I want to do. And this presents a feeling quite hopeless, to be honest. But to a point that I went to the office on the train, the moment I remember sitting there on the train, I was just crying, tears just streaming down my face. And I just missed that bus stop to go to, train stop to go to work many times, like in weeks. And I was sitting in the office and looking out the window and feel like I am in a cage. And it just felt like it's really, really hopeless. I had so much fear. I know when I want to help people, I feel like I can do something more to make impacts on people's lives, but I couldn't know how can I do it because I was new to the country. I don't have much money at all. I don't have my family to support me, so I wrapped myself in the fear, and exceedingly expensive. And all the fear just wrapped me up. I did another job. I ran a 50K thing just to push through and make me feel better, hopefully make me feel better, but I felt worse. And to a point, I just had to decide. I was like, I can't keep doing this anymore. I'm turning 30. And if I keep doing this, I'll suffer, everyone around me suffer as well. And to a point, I keep asking myself, what's wrong with me? Why I keep looking like a miserable person. And I decided to face the fear, the greatest fear. At that time, I was so scared of height. So I decided to, what's the worst thing can happen? I died, right? So I decided to go skydiving. And I bet my life into it. If I died, I it's over. But if I don't, I have to quit both jobs at the same time. I can't keep living a life getting paid, doing the job I don't like, and the other job not getting paid. And I kind of like it. It's like, no. And what I did was just to feel the fear but jump anyway. And the moment I was pushed out of the airplane, I realized that everything I thought I was having control, illusion that I can control something. I couldn't control anything. Couldn't control shit. But I was trying so hard to resist the change and then keep myself running in survival. And so that moment, I learned to surrender. And what I did was, look at this. I was screaming out of fear. I was like, oh my God, it was a free falling, and I couldn't control, I couldn't do anything but screaming. And then later on, I start looking down and see beautiful view, like the whole world or something like that. I was screaming, but out of excitement this time. And after a long while, I feel alive again. And this experience gave me the courage to come back and quit both jobs at the same time. I know, right? It felt crazy. Talking about that now, I still feel like, oh my God, I didn't know how I did it. I was so grateful for that part of me, that version of me. I was so bold to get out of that comfort zone and do it. And then, yeah, a lot of ups and downs happened after that, a lot of highs and lows. I went Vipassana meditation, 100 hours of meditating without talking, noble silence, and I had to face what coming up inside of me. So I can't run away from myself, distracting myself anymore. And then there's some days I felt the highest high as well. Like, oh my God, I start to feel life, like all the emotions up and downs. And then study life coaching. I come out and help people. I woke up my purpose. And look at that, after a year and a bit. Now I ran 100K. I didn't know how I could do that, but the body got a lot stronger. And I did it. And I deepened the relationship with my boyfriend right now. We don't fight that much anymore. We can talk more with kinder way to each other. And then I studied life coaching. I even got invited to share my success story to inspire others at the school. I was so proud. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't know, couldn't imagine in the comfort zone. I couldn't imagine I could be like this until it happens, right? Until we get out of the comfort zone. So, yeah, I also start to manifesting a lot easier. I get to work with the beautiful clients I have and help them get out of their comfort zone and live instead of surviving, actually live again and follow their dreams, make it come true, make it happen, get paid for it. And also, I help, like, I moved to a place that is surrounded by nature, all the wild animals, and then karma in my field. Feel a lot more connected. And above all, I am a lot more authentic to myself. I can express, I can cry now in front of others, or Facebook lives. I could do that. I could cry if I feel that is what I want to do. I don't have to wear the mask anymore. And that feels so free. I feel like I get my power back again after so long. Yeah, it feels like no, I'm not the special girl. I'm just a normal, ordinary person, and I could do that. And I believe if I can do that, anyone can do that too. You know that the universe have got our back. And after long winded journey, I realized we are the creator of our life. You are the creator of your life. No matter how much you don't understand, you don't believe it now, you are. Whatever is happening to you, you chose it from long before we came here. To do what? To write our own story, to have a good movie that's worth watching, right? And I love it so much now. I talk to people about it, and they said, oh, yeah, maybe I did want it. I did want it to happen to me. And everything starts from happening to you, becoming happening for you. You use that as the way to change your life for the better, like surfing the waves instead of getting drowned in water. So, my invitation for you is, are you ready to write your own script? Are you ready? Please put in the chat box if you are ready to rewrite your script and not running underneath someone's writing that for you anymore. Please put in chat box yes, whatever you wanted to your character to change before, now we can come back together and let's do it together. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Ellen. Yes, Audrey. Yes, Yaria. I see you. When I did that, I didn't believe it was possible. Ready. I love it. Have a bring it on. So, yes, we can create and make it different. Start from believing it. Believe it, we can do it. The first step I would encourage is the must start to take accountability for your life. That's the only way we can take our power back. Because if we still want to redirect or deflect our things happen to us to someone else, something outside of us, we won't have that power because we keep giving the power away. And if you can do that, I can guarantee with you, I promise you, everything from the other side is damn worth it. It's so much more life has to offer to you. Just take this first step. Take the accountability. It's not your fault what happened to you, but it's your responsibility because you are the director. You are the CEO. Okay? If you can start doing this step, get out of that victim mentality, things start to shift. I know it can sound like, oh, it's not scary. No, no, it's because of my husband. No, because of my boyfriend. Because of someone else. I don't know. It's not me. I did it for the longest time. I see you. Yes, Danny, I see you. I was like the best, the worst actor running around and, claiming that it's everyone's fault that my life is suffering because of, religions, because of where I come from, because of I'm short, because I'm not pretty enough, not tall enough, not whatever enough. And I was running it the whole time. And I know some of us, or all of us, perhaps, is guilty of it. And it's okay. We are human, and being human is freaking hard. All the human experience we go through is to write our hero story. But when we are in that adversity, it is hard. So I want to cherish you. If you are here holding on to it, you are so strong. And yes, I love it. I love the energy. Let's go to the next level. When we actually start to take accountability, we will start to realize that everything we need, is already within us. And within you, there's right now a code to create the most amazing life. Just forgotten it because of the or energetic blockage that block you from seeing the truth. And my calling is to call myself as truth revealer because I have been revealed a lot of the liars that I have been blocked in, and now I can see things clearer. Thank God. And so I can show you too. Once you see the truth, how powerful you are the multidimensional being that you can really make anything happen if you believe it, if you put your mind into it. Then you start to release what is not you. So what's left is you and start shining from that truth instead of wrapping in the lies. And the truth is, we can't solve the problem from the same level of consciousness that we created it. That's insane, right? So we have to get above it, rising above and start to see things from the director of a movie perspective. And the next thing is to release the blocks of the energy in the field that we have been carrying on that keep us stuck in that old character that we can't change the game. And the key is it can feel like so, complicated, but it's all stored on our body. Our body is the first and the most amazing tool that we can use to help us. And what I love to do is just to use the triggers. I know a lot of us, it's not easy, it's not pretty, it's not easy to face it, but when we can use the triggers as the gift to see inside of it was where is not free yet. So we can allocate that where that energy start coming up in our body, where it's located, and sit with it, processing through it. Let it go through our body and release out of our field. And we start to elevating because we start to feel lighter. Does it make sense? It kind of makes sense now, right? And there's so many common energy blocks that we can do. Burden, sacrifice. I come from Vietnamese family, traditional, always sacrifice for everyone. Worry, fear, never enough, victim, control, pride, abuse, playing small, all that. There's so many of them. But just stay with your body. That's what I learned from Vipassana as well. Don't have to get caught up in the stories. Stay on your body. The only way out is through. Going through the tunnel, you start to see a light again. And this is me. Some of the story, some of the videos that I can't put a video on here. I don't know how to, sorry. But I was crying a lot. It could be like the whole 28 years combined together for the amount of tears that I've been crying in the last year and a half. I didn't cry before. I was very strong woman, very very independent, and I was very proud of how resilient I was. But until a point that blocked me from seeing my true self, from being vulnerable, from being real. And when I started to break down my walls to step out and get hurt so much because I felt it deeply, I can't just numb down anymore, connect it to my body and feel it, sit with it, breathe it, burning through it. I start to see life a lot brighter on the other side. I can cry when I see the beautiful flowers. I can cry when I see the sun. I can feel that on my skin again. Before I had to I planked for an hour and I had bleeding here and I didn't feel that because I was so numbed down. And unfortunately a lot of us do that. It's not your fault. It's our way, our body protect ourselves from getting hurt. Yeah, but we can do better. This body is the pathway, and the triggers is the gateway for us to free ourselves. And I hope it start to make sense to you now. We can talk about stories, who's feeling more trauma, more serious, but it's not about it. It's about releasing it out of our body and start to feel love for it. We have our compassion within us. As Thich Nhat Hanh, one of my masters, said, no mud, no lotus. So the mud is the dark side of us nurturing the lotus. And we can't just want to have lotus without mud. The lotus would die. So please stay with it. Stay, go through it. The darkness actually teaches the inner strength and power of acceptance. So we can enlarge our heart capacity to love deeper, more unconditionally. And that's what brings us together. We can touch people deeper as well when we go through this work. And you know what? I know how hard it was. I didn't do it all alone. I'm all gratitude mate. I had so many helps along the way. I had all the amazing coaches and spiritual healers and all people that would touch with me. Would I listened to my intuition and I chose it. I heard that is the next person who can help me through this blockage. I allow help. Put my walls down. And you know what? That is actually not the sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. It's a lot easier to put on the mask, and it's a lot harder to face our truth and to be ourselves fully, authentically. But it's so worth it on the other side, trust me. I am so scared right now. My knees are shaking, but I am here to share it because I know we are all experiencing similar thing. We are all human. This is universal. What you are experiencing on and off is not only you. We're all in it together. And you don't have to do it alone. It can be a lot smoother, a lot less painful, and a lot faster if we can have help along the way. And it's more fun as well. So, if you do feel connected to my message or any of other people's message in this or outside of this conference, reach out. Just text them. Just say hi. I know it can feel hard, but once you can do that, your life is gonna change, gonna be upgraded to the next level. And yes, it is really worth it. It's worth living. Life is worth living. This is the QR code that I put it here so you can text me. You can book in the free trial session as you are in here in the Zoom with me, and I believe we are here for a reason. So let's connect. You can connect to me on my Facebook as well. Let's have a chat. Let's see how we can bring your life to the next level. I'm so excited. And lastly, you deserve it all. You do deserve it all. You just have to remember it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Is there any question? Or do we have any time for question? I'm sorry.
That was a great presentation, Hoa.
Thank
It was
you.
an energetic talk. We have few questions from our audiences, so we would like to only ask one question. So
Thank
Rochita will
you.
ask you the question.
What would happen if you unlock your inner strength and started living unapologetically true to yourself?
Sorry, what happened if?
What would happen if you unlocked your inner strength and started living unapologetically true to yourself?
Oh, if we can unblock our strength,
Yes.
then we will live like on the mask, and we can just live in survival. And that is okay if you choose to live it that way. But is that the movie worth watching? If though your life is a movie, will you pay the ticket to sit and watch it? And we only have one life. I don't know how many more lives we have, but in this life, to me, I feel like it's the last life, and I wouldn't trade that. Choose fear over love. Choose love and never let fear turn you against your playful heart. Thank
That's
you. I
great.
hope that helps.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hoa.
Thank you. Is there any more
I hope
questions?
everyone got the answer. We'll move with our next keynote speaker, Cecily Umana. Please do join the session.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.